So, a number of years ago, I set out to really understand how some of the best and most successful relationship builders and connectors built relationships. What were the habits and tactics and theory and mindsets that really separated them from everyone else? And one of the surprising things that kept up coming over time was sending handwritten cards. We actually got hundreds of feature requests for it. For a while, it was our most requested feature. And we actually built it into our CRM. We found a partner that had teams of writers that every time that you wanted a message sent, they would physically write the card and send it out. Since I've partnered with so many people who take their relationship so seriously, I've had this steady stream of cards show up in my mailbox over the past 10 years. There was actually one time I was speaking at a conference, and after I got off stage, someone came up to me and again handed me an envelope, and I opened it up, and sure enough, while I was speaking, she had written a handwritten thank you note about the topic and handed it directly to me. Apparently, this was just a common habit. She would give it to a waitress at a restaurant or a barista at a coffee shop. So wherever she was trying to express gratitude for the people that she was interacting with through a handwritten card. I thought that was amazing. Now, since then, I've understood a lot more about the mindset of a handwritten card. Now, a handwritten card is obviously not an email or text message or Slack message, which we are being flooded with all day long. I get it. And so, of course, to be able to send a handwritten card to someone, there's a higher likelihood that they're going to receive it. We usually just get junk messages and bills in our mailbox. So to actually have a personal note stands out. It obviously shows that there's also a level of intention and care that went into this, right? If you are personally writing, that took a lot more time than, let's say, quickly typing out a text message or copying and pasting an email template. It shows that we really wanted to express some kind of message to them. And we may really like it. We may love the act of sitting down and thoughtfully crafting a message. On the flip side, though, it's a lot of work, right? It takes time to not just have the stationery and the stamps and find the address, but we have to write out a message. We may have terrible handwriting. We may not really enjoy it whatsoever. I set out on a 30-day goal of every day I would send a handwritten message to someone. Now, I got some good responses, but to be honest, I have terrible handwriting. I really didn't enjoy doing it. I found I wasn't able to stick with it consistently. And I find that consistent behaviors are one of the most important things when it comes to building relationships. So even after a 30-day challenge, I just couldn't keep it up. In part because I find that just sending a quick text message to someone saying that I'm thinking of them or sending them a thoughtfully written email, that does the trick for me to build and maintain relationships. So again, think about handwritten cards, but don't think that just because someone else in your network is doing it, that you have to do it too.